what do we do about this? I'm going to read to you very quickly from the book of Leviticus. Now, I don't normally read from the New Living Translation, but I'm going to just because it makes it very simple in this particular case. Normally I'd read from the King James, but it uses more complex wording. So here it talks about areas with mold or mildew. And this is what it says: order that the stones from the areas be removed. The contaminated material will then be taken outside the town. Next, the inside walls of the entire house must be scraped thoroughly, and the scrapings dumped in the unclean place outside of the town. Other stones will be brought to replace the ones that were removed, and the walls will be replastered. Now, in modern terminology, we would call this abatement and remediation. You're taking out the offending substance, the moldy rocks or whatever it is, or it could be wood. You take that out, and then remediation is, why is it wet? Oh, is there a leak in the roof? Is there a leak in the window? Typically something like that has happened, or maybe you have a leaky faucet that you don't know about, or a toilet is leaking, it's leaking into the floor. A family that I know here in Ohio, they had the same thing. They had a chronic leak, didn't know it. They had just thick mold under their house. The family was getting sick. They didn't realize it until, probably it might have been months or probably years that it slowly was building up inside of there. And the Bible actually gave us this idea of how to deal with it thousands of years ago. So what are some things we can do natural remedy wise to it once you've cleaned it out? Now, the most important thing with mold is not natural remedies, meaning natural remedies are to help cleanse your body after your house is cleansed in that situation, meaning because it would be kind of like if you were, let's say you took some poison and you call poison control, and sometimes they may have you take charcoal. You go to the hospital and they pump charcoal in, or you can take charcoal. But what if you're taking the charcoal and then you take more of the poison and put it in your body? Well, then you can take more charcoal. So we don't want to be doing that. We want to be getting rid of the toxins. So the first thing, and the difficulty with mold in the house, is it's expensive to deal with. Just like Scott said, you're exactly right. Do you have a family member that could take you in a while it's being dealt with? Some way, somehow, if it's summer and you live in a nice area, I honestly, if it had to be dealt with, if it took several weeks, I'd be willing. I mean, I live out in the country, but I'd sleep in a tent. Do whatever you can do to get away with it until it can be remedied. Because these remedies are good for your body, but if you keep the offending, substances coming in, you're still going to have trouble. But the first one I want to look at, probably many people who are very keen on natural remedies, this is one of the most common natural remedies for cleansing, and it's activated charcoal. And they have done research. This is not just like, oh, yeah, it's a good idea. No, many people who knew about it, they may just try that. But researchers have actually tested activated charcoal. Activated charcoal is specifically burned with a low oxygen level. And what it does is it just leaves pure carbon. And that carbon, basically, it's basically like a brick of charcoal. And they pulverize it till it becomes dust. And you can take it the two main ways. You could either take it in a pill form, or you could take it, which I find in general to be the way that you can get more rapidly and even better, is just taking a couple tablespoons of this activated charcoal, this solid black substance, dump them in a cup, maybe 8 ounces of water, stir it up, and just drink it down. Your mouth will turn black, your teeth and your tongue will turn black. Immediately, your bad breath will be gone. Immediately. It's amazing what it does, because it does something called adsorption, not absorption, not sucking in, but it adsorbs. It actually clings to the substances, the toxins, and then it holds on to them until basically you let them out of your stool. And so they've done research specifically on activated charcoal's ability to what they call sequester the mycotoxins. By the way, mycotoxins are the toxins that are caused by mold. So mold causes a toxin to come out of them called mycotoxins. And charcoal, they concluded that activated charcoal is evidently what they call a multi-mycotoxin sequestering agent. So because there's different kinds of mycotoxins, different kinds of mold, and multiple of them can be sequestered. They can be grabbed hold of inside of your body as you consume the charcoal. They grab hold of it and they help excrete it in your stool or in your feces.